There are 9 boring foods that just about guarantee that you're gonna get ripped, that you're gonna lose fat. And in today's video, I wanna share those exact foods with you because I'm at the grocery store right now, getting ready to grocery shop. It's fat loss season, it's summer shred season. And I wanna show you the foods that I'm picking up from the store that I get every single week because they will guarantee that I'll stay on track with my fat loss plan. So I've helped over 7,500 guys over the past 15 years get in the best shape of their life, feel like the confident man that they've always wanted to be, a physique that they're proud of. And it really starts with foundational principles like having the boring foods in your plan strategically so that you can wake up every day stress-free, guaranteeing fat loss on a week-by-week basis. So let's just jump into the grocery store. I'll show you what I'm ordering, why I'm getting it, why I'm buying these foods, and how you can spice them up a little bit too if boring isn't exactly your thing. But otherwise, let's hop into it. A quick note, I always go to the grocery store with a plan. If you walk into the grocery store hungry without a grocery list, you are planning to fail because your appetite is going to dictate some really bad choices. So always go to the grocery store and reference this video if you need a list of foods that you should be getting. Food number 1 is this Canadian bacon, all right? I get uncured Canadian bacon. Why? Because look at the macros on this thing. 1.5 grams of fat, 10 grams of protein per serving. So you get 3 slices too, which is massive. Really, really high quality fat loss food. All right, next up we have this oven roasted turkey breast. Once again, basically no fat, 11 grams of protein per serving. Super convenient for sandwiches. All right, next up we have this ready to eat chicken. It's just shredded chicken, all white meat chicken here. This is super convenient to throw into my next item, which is these wraps. These are low carb tortillas that I used to make just wraps. Like anytime I need, look at the calories on this thing, right? The calories are crazy, like 70 calories per tortilla. All right, next up we have apples. Great for snacks. My kids love them, I love them. Really good, just craving killer. I have about an apple a day when I'm cutting. Then we have zero fat Greek yogurt, 12 grams of protein per cup here, you can see. Zero fat, only 5 grams of carbs, super convenient. Then we have my go-to English muffins. These are just plain English muffins, great for breakfast sandwiches, great, you know, they go with things like eggs, which is actually another staple food, another boring food. These are just organic pasture-raised eggs. Always get the eggs. The next thing I'm picking up here are these steak fries, frozen potatoes. Potatoes are a huge fat loss hack. They're filling. They're very satiating. One of the most satiating foods actually that there is. I think it's actually the highest ranked in terms of satiation. That's a key staple in my fat loss routine. So one more item that I got that I forgot to mention is this limoncello sorbet. It's super boring because it's just literally lemon sorbet. But I have a rule, I gotta eat something every day that I actually enjoy. Sometimes it's low fat ice cream, sometimes I actually make like a little dessert, but I always pick up something simple that I know at the end of the day I'm gonna enjoy. This whole thing is only 400 calories, like for this whole pint, and there's no fat. There's a lot of carbs, I will say that, so you gotta be careful there, but there's no protein, that kind of sucks. Nonetheless, that is my grocery list. Now, a couple things I will say is part of why I pick up these items is because I use them on a consistent basis to follow my meal rotation system. If you want a copy of my meal plans that I put together, that I follow, that probably will give you a ton of ideas on how to completely put together a system that actually works for you, comment the word meal plan on this video, and I'll send you a link to get inside our free coaching group where I'll give you free meal plans, I'll give you a copy of my book, Diet Suck, for free, and weekly trainings on how to set up a system that actually fixes all the problems that you're running into right now with your health and fitness. So comment the word meal plan on this video and I'll send it over to you. All right, so we're back home. We got our boring foods, and I just want to break down a couple thoughts around how to make these foods work and not get sick and tired of your diet, right? Because I showed you the staples that I'm picking up right now on my fat loss diet. And one thing I will explain here is that when we're getting lean and we're trying to get ripped, one of the last things you want to try to do is eat different foods all the time. That can really sabotage a couple things. Number one, it can sabotage your clarity, your consistency, and it starts to cause decision fatigue where you're constantly going to be thinking about, what should I be eating? Should I try this? Should I try that? And all this variety starts to disrupt your appetite patterns. Plus, when we're trying to get lean, we really want to get on autopilot as fast as possible. Now, some of the foods that I got, like for example, the Greek yogurt, I might combine with something that makes makes it a little bit more interesting. You know, I might throw in like a protein bar with my Greek yogurt. When I eat my chicken and I make wraps, I might make the wraps, you know, sometimes with a certain sauce or a certain seasoning or lettuce and tomatoes or whatever, right? Or I might throw a little cheese in there. I mix up those little factors to build in just enough variety without destroying this whole, you know, decision fatigue issue, right? Or causing my brain to get overwhelmed with decision fatigue. I like to know, like, these are the foods and the meals I'm gonna eat consistently. It just makes fat loss so much easier. So I strongly suggest that you create your 9 boring foods, okay? Now, I put together a whole resource for you inside of our free coaching program. And in fact, if you comment the word meal plan below, I'll send you a ton of free meal plans inside of our coaching group. It's absolutely free to join. It's a good place to start if you're a guy who's serious about becoming the 2.0 version of himself. Someone out there, you know, if you're watching this and you're thinking, man, this is the year that I'm finally gonna feel proud of how I look. I'm finally gonna feel confident. I'm finally gonna get my mojo back, right? My swagger back. I'm gonna finally look in the mirror and be proud of who I am. Of course, you have to dial in your nutrition systems. And one of the biggest problems that guys have is not knowing exactly what to eat, how to structure a nutrition plan that is easy, enjoyable, and effective. So to fix that problem, what we do is we build out a meal rotation system so that you don't have to think about what to eat anymore. You don't hate your diet. It doesn't feel unsustainable. It feels rather enjoyable. And you get to eat, or at least appear to eat, like a normal person with a really simple to follow system. That's how we fix that problem. So if you want access to that meal plan, just comment the word meal plan below and I'll send it over to you. I will say this, at the end of the day, you gotta dial in 2 things, calories and protein. You get those 2 things right, fat loss gets so incredibly easy. So my next suggestion is to watch this video here that outlines some of the other steps that you need to put in place to really map out a fat loss plan that's gonna make sense, that you'll be able to stick with for a very long period of time, or long enough to get into the shape you wanna be in. Go check that one out next, and I'll see you over there.